Hey loves, so today we're going to film my top favorite brushes. This video has been so requested for a very long time, so I'm finally going to sit down and do this for you. All of the brushes that I use are super affordable. I think the most expensive ones that I have are Sigma. I don't usually use any that are super expensive. A lot of them are actually really affordable. I think pretty much all of them, almost all of them are Sigma, Morphe, BH Cosmetics, Coastal Scents. I think there's a Sonia Kashuk one in here too. But so all of them are going to be under $20 each, if not even cheaper. Let's just jump right in. I think I have a brush for pretty much everything that I use brushes for. All right, so foundation brushes. These two are from Morphe. I also really love the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki. I could not find it for this video, but just know I'll link that one down below as well and like at least list it in the bottom bar so you can know which one I'm talking about. But it's pretty much like this one, but larger. These ones are both from Morphe. Sorry they are dirty, but I'm literally taking these like out of my makeup bag to show you because they're literally the ones that I use all the time. This one is the M439. This one is amazing. It'll get your foundation done so quickly. It's just a nice, huge brush. This thing is huge. It just takes up a large space on your face, so it just like gets the job done. Wow, gets the job done really quickly. I just really enjoy this brush. I feel like it's such high quality, so soft. You can get a couple uses out of it before you need to wash it. Mine definitely needs to be washed, but you know some brushes you can only use them once, and yeah, you should probably only use your foundation brush once before you wash it and use it again. But let's get real, most of us don't. Most of us use it a few times before we go wash it again. A lot of us have multiple foundation brushes because we don't want to wash them all the time. I have plenty that I'll use, but I always get so excited when this one is clean. So I'd clean this one more often than any other foundation brush. So again, this one just gets the job done so quickly. And then this one is the G6, also from Morphe. It's smaller, but it blends out your foundation so quickly that it doesn't even matter about how tiny it is. Like you can see, especially in comparison in size, it's so much smaller, but just I love how it makes my foundation look. Love this little brush. It gets into like all of the little corners too so nicely. Like you can get on your inner corner of your eye, you can get like right around your nose, any place that might be a little more difficult to get with a larger brush. But I just love this little guy. Again, super affordable brush. This one I love for either blending out concealer or setting my under eye. This is the Sigma Tapered Kabuki F86. Love this so much. There's nothing that I've found that I like as much as this one. It just fits underneath your eye so well. It's larger, which is nice because it covers more surface area. Sometimes I just set there's powder in it. Whew. Set most of my face with it. Like I'll set underneath my eyes and my nose and the sides of my nose. It's nice to get like in that area and my chin. So I usually don't use an actual powder brush. I just kind of set everything with this. But I do also like it a lot to blend out my concealer. More than anything else besides just using my fingertip, I usually go with this and blend it out and then kind of tap it out just because I feel like the warmth of your fingertip will set it a little better. But just love this, love this, love this a lot. Let's see, I have a couple contour brushes. So this one is from Sonia Kashuk. This was in a limited edition set, but I know she has a different one now that looks almost exactly the same. It's just a flat contour brush. Honestly, a lot of flat contour brushes are going to be pretty similar, but I love this one. I love the shape of it. It's super dense. It's kind of short, which makes it kind of nicer because you can kind of really get in there, intensify your contour like further back on your cheekbone and then like blend it out forward. With these, the trick really is to go in and like create that harsher line and then turn it sideways and blend it upwards. Sometimes it's hard because it will just put down such an intense contour that it's difficult to blend out. So just start slowly and definitely concentrate it more on the back of your cheekbone and blend forward and then upwards. The other one that I really love, this one is newer. This one came in the Pro Sculpt, I think, from Freedom Makeup London. The whole kit is going to be about the same price. You get like a contour palette with it as well as this brush. So this one I think it's under $20, but it's like in that range, late, between $14 and $20, I think. Honestly, I don't know because I got this one in a set, but even the set was a little more expensive, but still affordable. Like when it comes to brushes, they're not super expensive brushes. So love that one. And then this guy in the set, I don't think you can buy this one separately. I'm not sure. I know that Makeup Revolution also has some flat contour brushes now, and I definitely want to try them, but they're about $15, so I haven't caved and ordered those. I do have this one. This is a Pro Curve FP01. So this one is also a flat contour brush, but this one does have a nice curve to it. This one wasn't too expensive. I'm gonna say probably under $10 for this guy, but now they have like their rose gold like metals collection or whatever it is. That's just gorgeous, and I want every single one of those brushes, but I haven't brought myself to purchase them because the whole set's like $50, and I don't know, when it comes to brushes, I just don't want to spend as much. I don't know, but anyway, this is a really great one as well. So this is another alternative. This one you can buy without getting like a whole set of anything. You can buy this individually. So again, this one is the Makeup Revolution Pro Curve, and this is just their contour brush. Let's see, I have a couple brushes that I like to use for highlighting. This one, I think they're both actual blush brushes. This one I got in a beauty box, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's by Vasanti. It's a Blush 7 brush. I honestly don't know off the top of my head how much this one costs. This one could be a more expensive brush. Any of the more dense, smaller blush brushes I love for highlighting. I just love this one. Packs on color really nicely. I used it today to like apply my highlight, and it's so good. Honestly, since I've gotten this one, I've barely used anything else. The only other one that I have reached for is this little guy from Coastal Scents. It doesn't have a number on it or anything, but it's just like a little tapered duo fiber brush. This one is going to give you a more sheer wash of color. So if you don't want a super intense highlight, a more natural highlight, this is the one for you. These ones are super affordable. I think these are like $5 or less. All of the Coastal Scents and all of the BH Cosmetics brushes, so affordable. And most Coastal Scents brushes you can find from BH Cosmetics as well, and they're going to be just the same quality. Nicole Guerrero uses one that looks a lot like this to blend out her under eye concealer. I haven't used it for that yet, but I'm trusting it would be really good for that as well. I have set my under eyes with it, and it works just as well for that. So I do like this little guy. It's definitely, again, more sheer. If you want a more dense packed on highlight, use this guy. I think I'll go through these kind of in the order that I would use them. So the first one, this one is a Sigma E60 large shader brush. This I normally use to set my entire lid after I apply a primer or a concealer, and I use this to highlight my brow bone. And sometimes I use it to pack on color on the lids. This is a very universal brush. Set the entire lid, apply your lid color, do your brow bone highlight. Like, love this guy. It is such a good brush. It's thicker and more dense, so it just like picks up the product and packs it on, which I love. Sometimes you want like a sheer blend, but I look for that more in a blending brush. When I want a flat shader brush, I'm going to want to pack on the product. So let me see if you can see that better. It's just a flat shader. I mean, a lot of brands make these. This is just the one that I reach for the most out of all of the ones that I have. So again, this is the Sigma large shader in E60. See, and then this one is just a little shadow brush. I've just been using this one a lot lately. Again, this is just a basic shadow brush, but this one is from Coastal Scents as well, and it's BRC N51. Ordered a bunch of brushes from them not that long ago, and I love every single one. There's nothing wrong with the quality at all. Like, they're all only a few dollars each, and they are just so good. This one just works really nice to pack shadow on the lid. You can do either like a sheer blend. Sometimes I even use this to blend out my lower lash line just because it's not as dense as the other one, but it still packs on color and it still gets the job done for the price. Like, you can't beat these brushes. This one you guys have seen 1.5 million times. I honestly think I'm gonna have to get a new one because it's starting to feel a little wobbly, like it's gonna pop off, because I have used this. Whenever Jaclyn Hills first started talking about this, I literally ordered it probably right away. I use this every single day. Like, if I can't find this brush, I feel like my makeup just doesn't look as good. I use this for my initial like transition shade and to blend out. This I didn't even mention. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40. Love this brush. It's my #1. Some people say it's a little bit scratchy. I don't find it too scratchy, honestly. I've used some blending brushes that are much scratchier, and I'm sure there are some that are softer. I know that Morphe has one that's very similar to this, so I definitely want to try that one soon. But this one is just like my holy grail. If I had to pick one brush, I probably would pick this one. I would honestly, like, I hate putting foundation on with my hands, but if I had to pick one brush, it would be this guy. It's just so good. It's just so good. Like, I literally, nothing blends out my transition shade like this one. It's really big, and when I first got it, I was like, that's not gonna work. But I honestly have a lot of space between my crease and my brow, so it works for me, and I want like 5 of these. I honestly need to order more because it's so good. Like, it's worn off the handle. I have just used this to death. Again, Sigma E40. Look at how fluffy that is. If you guys know of any other brands that have one that's similar besides Morphe, and even if you know the number of the Morphe one that's going to be just like this, leave it down below because I'm obsessed. And I have not found, I've tried ordering ones that look similar from like BH Cosmetics and stuff, and I like the brushes, but they're just nothing gets the job done like this guy. I didn't even realize how many Coastal Scents brushes I have. This one is a squished little tapered blending brush as well for your crease. And this one is the BRC N06. It's just like you took a blending brush and it's smaller than the E40 and then like squished. This one, it's smaller like this. This fits in my crease so perfectly, and I use that one in one of these almost every single day. I have like 3 of these, I think, because they're so affordable. I just ordered backups because I hate being without them, and they just fit so well in your crease. And I usually go in and blend it this way and then turn it sideways and blend it that way. So you're able to get it directly into the crease if you want, and then if you want it like diffused more, you can just turn it the other way. So cheap, so cheap. It's just so good. You could use this too just to put color on the lid as well. It's going to give you a more sheer wash, but it definitely would work. I know I have one just like it from BH Cosmetics, so if you don't want to order from Coastal Scents and prefer BH Cosmetics, just look for one that looks like a little tapered brush that's smushed. I will try and figure out what that one is because I know I have those too, and honestly I just grabbed whichever one was in my makeup bag at this moment. They're both as good. They're interchangeable completely. Let's see, this is a BH Cosmetics brush. This one is from the Party Girl brush set. It's just a definer brush. It's kind of rounded though, so it's not your average flat definer brush. It's got kind of a rounded to it. It's a little thicker. I love this one for underneath my eyes. It doesn't always blend out as well, so I usually go in with this one and then like a small shadow brush or a tiny blending brush. I have a little itty bitty blending brush and I don't remember what number it is because I couldn't find it, but it's a super tiny little blending brush that just looks like an itty bitty tiny one of these guys. Just like it's super tiny and blending, but you can just use a regular blending brush if you want. You can actually blend this out. Today I only use this under my eye. Again, my makeup's been on for a very long time, so don't look too closely. But it just, I mean, it gets the job done. I like how close it can get to my lash line, but it can also blend out pretty low. Love this brush. It sucks that you have to get this in a set. I don't think you can purchase these separately, but I do love BH Cosmetics brushes and Coastal Scents brushes, and I think that you can get the whole set for around $20, something in there. So definitely worth it for an entire set of brushes. You're going to get so many brushes that you can use. I use all of them. If you're looking for a super affordable and you want to get a whole set, definitely look at BH Cosmetics or Coastal Scents because they are amazing. If you're wanting to like kind of pick and choose, Morphe and Sigma, love both of those. So anyway, I'm getting off track. But just so you can see, it's kind of flat, but also rounded. Plus they're pink and purple, and how can anyone not want that? Let's see, I use this one for my inner corner. This one again came in a beauty box. I'm not sure how much it retails for. This is Modern Minerals, and it says, "You are gorgeous." It's just a little, it's like a pencil brush, but it's super dense. And I love using this to just pack on that inner corner. Of course, I've been using it for that white highlight in the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Kit, that super white highlight that I love to put on my inner corner that you guys are probably sick of seeing it. But it's just so perfect for an inner corner highlight. It just fits in there so well. It just packs the color on, but blends it out really nicely. So it's super dense and rounded and just amazing. Love this little guy. Last one, I lied. I do have a high-end brush. I didn't even realize I forgot this guy was in there, but definitely worth a mention because I have been using it non-stop lately for the last couple months where I've been wearing more powders instead of, you can use it with gel liners though, but I've been using it a lot with powders to pack on my brows. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Build a Brow number 12 brush. One side is your angled brush, and it's got like little divots so it helps hold the product in, so you can kind of pack it all on there, tap it off, and you'll have enough product to do most of your brow. And then the other side is a spoolie, which has all of this fuzz stuck in it. How does that even happen? Anyway, love this brow brush. I haven't found a cheaper one that I like as much as this one. I'm sure there is. I just love that there's a spoolie and the brow brush, and I feel like it's unique how it has these little divots and these little slits in there. You probably won't be able to see them, but I will try and like zoom that in somehow so you can see that, because it's definitely different than a lot of brow brushes that I have seen before. As far as blush brushes go, I couldn't find my favorite blush brush, but my favorite one is the Real Techniques Stippling brush. The Real Techniques Stippling brush, it has a pink handle. I'm really sorry that I don't have it to show you, but it ran away. One of my cats probably hid it somewhere, honestly, or it's like lost in this room of makeup madness. Definitely love that one for blush. I also love it to blend out my contour. So it's just the Real Techniques Stippling brush, pink handle, rounded, it's good. So I think that covers everything then, because that was the only thing I forgot was the blush brush. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Let me know what your favorite brushes are down below. I would love to know and love to check them out. Yeah, I think that's everything. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know. And if you want more videos like this explaining some of my favorite individual categories of products, give it a thumbs up so I know. And then please share this video if you could and if you enjoyed it, because it does help me out so much. And I think that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.